Good evening, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of the APAT World Championship of Amateur Poker online at skypoker.com. Leigh, tonight the main event concludes, and of course we have the Bounty Championship as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mouthful. He literally didn't get through that. Goodness me, that was like
Somebody might have thrown a javelin in the background. Leigh, I'll have to say.
I'll tell you what, we've got glitches aplenty on a Sunday night, which is always great fun. So yes, we have got the main event day 2 that started at 7 o'clock. 42 players were bagged and tagged, ready for a day 2. We've got 12 left, so we're in the money, and we're down to 2 tables and getting very close to our final table. But the Bounty Hunter, there has been a glitch on iPoker, and basically it's not accepting registration during the late registration period. So if you are in the Bounty Hunter, don't give up your seat. Whatever you do, I mean, re-enter. If you bust, you don't want to give your seat up whilst late reg is open, because it would appear that it is playing out in the background with nobody else being able to. It's like they're all banging on the door, going, "Oh, let me in, let me in." And unfortunately, nothing we can do. It's not just happened with that tournament. It's also happened with Sky's Sunday Major. The one I always go on about on the show on a Sunday night, that it always overlays. Oh, it isn't going to have 59 runners tonight, Des. That is for sure. It's an £8,000 guarantee on that. It's got 36 runners, and it might dribble up another 1 or 2. They're going to, and I pretty much am sure they'll have to pay out on it. So, and the same with our Bounty Hunter. So the Bounty Hunter is up to 37. It needed about 80 odd to hit the guarantee. So yeah, if you're in it, as Aaron Aardvark is chip leader at the moment, Mr. Fantasyland is second in chips, Jochen Goes is third in chips. So yeah, if you're in that, good luck, enjoy the value. We will still award medals to the top 3 because it is a medal event. So even with a software glitch, we will do that, and I'm pretty sure it will pay out however iPoker and Sky's terms and conditions allow it to pay out. My gut feel is it will just pay out as it's running. It'll be treated as that. But that is on the go. So unfortunately, I can't be saying, hey, you've got so long late registration to get into the Bounty Hunter, because they've locked the doors and they're not letting you in. So unfortunately, that is that. But we've got 12 left in the main event, and actually, I think it's 11 now. Yeah, we've just lost another one. So 11 left, and I will give you a rundown. I'm just going to refresh my lobby on the other screen just to make sure, because it's got a little glitch, and I think I know who the little glitch is. I just want to make sure that person has actually bust the tournament. And then I'll be good to go. Let's have a look.
Bit of an issue.
The little glitch was little Jojo Chili, who was showing me still had a stack on the lobby, but actually Joe bust in 15th, but in the money. So let's go talk through those that have made the cash. So Dick Slot 14 picked up a min cash, as did Semtex 64, who's obviously Pete Wiggle Vision. He picked up min cash as well. Mr. Fantasyland finished in 16th, who is also the third in chips in the Bounty Hunter. Jojo Chili in 15th, Carl MUFC 73 in 14th, Roddy 28 Sky. I'm assuming that's Roddy, who was up in Manchester Roddy with. Will be, yeah, absolutely.
Field, Leigh.
Yeah, in 13th, and we've just lost a bit of an issue, as you say, in 12th place. So we are down to 11 now. These guys have locked up £91. Then it jumps to 114 to hit the final table. Yeah. Up top, big money. So bronze medal will pick up £720. Silver medalist will pick up £1,175. And our winner tonight is going to pick up £1,760 plus APAT gold medal, WCOAP 2026 bracelet, plus that invite to the Vegas 27 live final at the end of the year. Lovely. As we've said on all of our promo, the winner takes it all in the main event online with the WCOAP. And that is very much going to be the case. Now, as far as player of the series goes, the two that were at the top that were in contention, we know have both bust this. Both made day 2, Des, and they both bust this day 2. So I know Ed Reynolds didn't make the day 2. So I know he's out of the equation. But there is one other player on the list who potentially Christian Cardwell, who if Christian won this event would go 1 point above Danny, but I've no idea whether Christian's playing it, has got his username, so we will have to wait for this plays out to conclusion before we potentially. If I know who the winner is of this, then we can call it. If I don't know who the winner is, I'll have to double check tomorrow morning before we can confirm the player of the series. But at the moment, very much it is Danny in top spot and can only be overtaken by one other person. Just don't know whether they're playing tonight. Obviously, a lot of the guys that were playing this were keeping their aliases very much to themselves, looking for a little bit of added advantage in this final event for the player of the series. So we'll find out. That's where that stands. So good luck if you're playing the Bounty Hunter. We're going to follow the main event down to its conclusion. 11 left at the moment, so we're not going to be far off a final table. So let's talk about the chips then. Top of the pile at the moment is Top and Tail with 420,000 chips. That equates to just over 50 bigs at the moment. So that's not bad going. Top and Tail was second in chips going into this day two. Loaf of Bread is second in chips with 392,000, which just is about 46 bigs. Loaf of Bread was the chip leader going into day two. So pretty much the top two have switched around. Third at the moment is Ship 593, which is the one and only Kai Hutchison. So Kai is currently in third place. Run Poker Run in fourth, and Kai's very good friend, Mr. No Cash, Dave Garden is in fifth at the moment. We've got Mike 26, 22, 91 Sky in sixth. We've got Davy Rabbit 88 in seventh. Has been 17 in eighth. Checkfold Dean. Well, it wouldn't be a main event online with APAT if Dean wasn't in the reckoning. Well, he is ninth of 10 remaining players, but still in the reckoning. 1-2 main events for us so far this year. This is our fourth one, I think.
And he's
at the main event, and he's 1-2 so far. And the one true primo is 10th at the moment. So we are down to 10, two off the final table. Sheffield Dean's got 100, so Dean's got 130,000 at the moment, which is going to be roughly about 16, 17 big, something like that, maybe. So let me bring up Dean. I think Dean's on the other table. It's literally his 15.71 bigs. I said 16, not far off. It's just gone in the middle on this very hand, and he's got that one through. So Dean now up to nearly 19 bigs. So back to the other table, and Has Been wins that spot. So blinds are 4,000, 8,000. Obviously, we show the big blinds on the screen. So hopefully you'll be okay following that. Say 10 players left, and we are playing down to a winner tonight, however long that might take. So still they're re-entering the Bounty Hunter. There was 30 players got into that Bounty Hunter. There's been 8 re-entries. But a load of players have bust, though, in it. So, super value in that tonight due to a little bit of a technical glitch. So we'll see how it all pans out. As I say, don't forget tomorrow night, Poker Raffles draw. I'll get that in early, just in case we forget later on in the night. I've got a DTD Summer Cup ticket, and we've also got a APAT Players' Choice seat. They are selling quite nicely now, so I think we've probably got about half the tickets left on both. And I'll tell you what, the minute I put a Monday lunchtime mailer out saying it's draw day, those remaining tickets will get snapped up. So if you're at a loose end tonight and are just like, what am I going to do? Nip in now onto the Poker Raffle site and grab whatever tickets you want for this week's draws, because if you leave it till sort of late tomorrow afternoon, early evening, I'd be very surprised if there'll be any left at that point. This Sunday Major, Des, it's got 37 entries now.
Oh, I feel bad.
Yes, shame. But what I will say that's the guys at Sky, when these little glitches happen, and it could be a little setup issue, it could be something with iPoker. It's interesting. It's not across all of the. It's 2 tournaments, so it's a really weird one. They'll just they'll take it on the chin and go, all right, it's happened. So not a lot you can do about it, unfortunately. and it's very difficult on a Sunday night when this thing only. If you'd seen it in advance, you might be able to do something about it, because it's literally happened a sort of half an hour into the tournament or something like that. So not a huge amount you can easily do to get it rectified. And of course, those guys that are still playing it aren't aware nobody else is registering. So so it's
wondering what the hell's going on. Yeah,
thinking this is looking good. It's very quiet. It's very quiet on a Sunday night. What's going on? Yeah, exactly. So that's where we're at. So top 3 chip stacks are all on this table, which is a bit tough for Run Poker Run. And who's the other one at the top? And has been 17, because they've got the 3 biggest stacks stuck on the table with them. What should you say? And actually, to be fair, has been is 5th in chips. So actually, and Run Poker Run is 6th. So actually, 5 of the top 6 are all sat on this table.
Ouch.
Yeah, which means it's only Dave Garden, no cash, who's on the other table. He's got the 4 shortest stacks on his other table.
What's your take on that, Lee? Do you want to be sat on the table with chips, or are you kind of?
Yeah, I think if you're going for the win, obviously it gives you the option potentially to hoover up some chips. Let's check out Dave's table. So he's down the bottom of there with 40 bigs, and basically he's got 11 bigs, 20 bigs, 20 bigs, 18 bigs around him. So to be fair, they've if he doubles any of them up, he's just swapping positions with them chip wise. So we're not in a situation where there's loads of chips in play. Where are we sort of average stack at the moment? Average stack is 246,000, and they're playing 8k at the moment. So they're playing 30 bigs is the average stack at the moment, which is the way it's been playing for a little while now. It started at about nearly 60 bigs at the start of day 2. Nice little rollback for a couple of levels for those that make day 2. Gives you a little bit of breathing space to see what you can do. But it's a tricky one for Dave, actually, because his 40 bigs is looking good, but everybody else on that table, although they are the three shortest stacks, they can certainly do some serious damage to his. But I think you just carry on doing what you're doing. These guys say, I mean, we're talking about players here that have been playing with APAT for a very, very long time and playing bigger poker tournaments for a very long time. They know what they're doing. Des better than we do.
Absolutely.
Hey? What do we know? Not very much. Not enough. That's
this
for
time
sure.
next year, Lee. This time next year, we'll be a year older.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I still want to finalise my fantasy football team. Honestly,
it's all right, Lee. I'll give you a hand later.
You nearly had me. You nearly had me putting a brand new Liverpool centre back in the team about an hour ago.
Scores goals, makes clearances.
But he doesn't score goals though, because I had a little look at his stats for the last couple of seasons.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's a centre back. He's bound not to score goals.
He really doesn't.
One this evening.
He really doesn't score goals.
And why was he up there? That's the question. I don't know if you've seen the goal. But
was it a free? It was an open play goal, was it?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a little bit excited when Maguire scored yesterday, and I thought, and he's one of the players at the moment that everyone's kind of saying you've got to, you want him in your team. United have got a good opening few games, and Maguire's going to play, and he gets loads of goals, and he gets goals and calls, and then you look back and you go, he doesn't really score goals though. Like there's this myth that he scores loads of goals.
He does goals though.
No, not in the league. He does. He doesn't in the league.
If he scored 4 goals in a season, right, and another centre back only gets 3, I mean the percentage increase on the average is still very significant, even if it's only 1 or 2 extra goals.
No, I can understand that, and maybe it is just a. Yeah, but I think there's some sort of urban myths going on here. So to give you an idea, and obviously his minutes played hasn't been great for the last 3 or 4 seasons. But last season he scored so this is Premier League only. Last season he scored 1 Premier League goal, The season before that, he scored 1. The season before that, he scored 2. Season before that, it was none, but he played hardly any minutes that year. Then it was 1. Then it was 2. Then it was 1. You have to go right back to 2018, 2019, where he scored 3.
Yeah. Listen,
So-
Chris has just
so,
said
you know,
in chat,
you know-
Lee, he said, look, he scored the winner at Anfield last season.
Yeah, that's
gotta be
all
worth
about
10,
him.
like,
Yeah,
that's like,
yeah. That's but it is a little. These things are a little bit of a
Yeah.
not urban myth, but it is very much a you think that play. And I'll give you another good one, because obviously we were talking Gabriel last night and he's a shoe in. Plays every game for Arsenal. Arsenal are defensively very good, and of course Gabriel scores bucket loads of goals, doesn't he?
I wouldn't have put him down as a load of goal scorer. I mean,
No. So how many goals? How many goals do you think Gabriel scored last season in the league?
I might even say he scored none.
No, he got 3. He's actually
Did he?
scored. He's actually scored 3 goals in each of the last 4 seasons.
Cannot remember any of them.
Yeah, he had in 2021-22 he scored 5 goals, and then his first season in the Premier League he got 2. So he consistently does score some goals.
Yeah.
Weirdly, last season you might be surprised that he got 5 assists last season.
So maybe, but Arsenal are so prolific from corners, so even a header across goal is good value.
But what defender do you think scored the most goals last season in the league?
Ooh, that's a good question. So, I mean, I would have thought Arsenal, but it can't be Arsenal.
Just to say, we've just lost Ribble 100 in 11th, so we are down to 10. Which I think I might have missed that exit. It was on one of the other tables when we were chatting.
Maybe somebody from Villa.
No. So this player got 6 Premier
6
League goals
goals.
last season. Yeah.
No, who?
No idea. Can't think who it might be.
Well, you're not going to say. Well, no, I don't. I mean, I'm certainly not thinking.
It's your main man, Des. It's your main man.
Van Dijk.
Yeah, Virgil. Yeah.
Remarkable.
Virgil scored twice as many goals as Gabriel did last season.
Again, I mean, he didn't have a great season by his own standards. So it's kind of remarkable if he chipped in with 6 goals.
Yeah. O'Reilly got 5. Munoz,
O'Reilly I would have.
Munoz at Crystal Palace got 4. Thao at Newcastle got 4. Romero for Spurs got 4. Van der Ven got 4 for Spurs as well. And then you're down into the 3s with Gabriel, Timber, Cash, Keane, Sessegnon, Guehi, Van Hecke, Mukiele, and no, that was it. So they're the only ones that got more than 2 from a defender's point of view. Now, of course, assists from defenders, they're worth good points. Top defensive assister last season. Des, who are you going for?
I'd be guessing.
Oh, well, that's the kind of point. Yeah, that's
John
how it
Terry.
works. John, yeah. You do love your early 2000s guesses, don't you? Yeah.
Reece James.
Reece James is a great guess, actually. He got 6, but along with Truffert and Timber and
Robbo
Dallo.
had a few.
Dallo got 6. Senesi got 6. As I mentioned, Gabriel got 5. But there is one player that got 8 last season.
Not Robbo.
Nope. Do you know Frimpong got 5, and he was injured
really?
for most of the season, wasn't he?
He had a bit of a tough kind of review from last season, I think. I don't know.
It was Matheus Nuno from Man City. Yeah.
Okay.
8 assists. And of course, they're the if you can find an FPL defender that can bang in some goals and assists in a season for you, and also be in a team that's pretty good at keeping clean sheets. But the clean sheets is the interesting one, because actually you just kind of, again, you obviously Arsenal are head and shoulders from last season. 19 clean sheets out of 38 games. So half the games is just insane.
That is a lot.
And it's a big drop off after that. Ace 10 versus King Queen at risk for the one true primo. But it's looking good, and it's going to be a double up through Mike there for one true primo. It's a drop off after that. So Donnarumma for Man City got 15, and then you're down in the kind of 11s and 10s with the likes of Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Everton. Obviously, the Liverpool one is split, isn't it? Because Alisson was injured for a bit of it, so I'd need to tot up a couple together to get to that one.
Who didn't inspire a huge amount of confidence today was Donnarumma. He went super early on a couple of those Arsenal goals. Not sure you can blame him entirely, but just didn't inspire, I thought.
First one was a good finish.
I
Great
thought they were
little
both good
move.
finishes.
Yeah.
My comment is just simply that the goalie committed kind of really early.
Yeah, I mean, Lewis Skelly, you do wonder why would Arsenal be wanting to offload him, because it's
Nuts to me.
because it seems great cover
Yeah.
at both left back and midfield, although they are obviously absolutely jammed in midfield now, aren't they? When you think you're bringing Declan Rice on second half, and it's say that Arsenal squad, and they're still trying to talk of them still looking for another striker, aren't they? I mean, to be fair, it's what Liverpool used to do back in the day. It's what United did when you're winning. You don't stop in the transfer market. When you're winning, you're always looking to bring somebody in that's going to give you a little marginal gain in a position, although it might sound brutal, like the likes of Trossard leaving in the summer for Arsenal.
He's the type of player they'll miss. Trossard.
Well,
Hard
the Belgian lad they brought in looked very, very good today. Looked right up for it. So
how's he going to look on a Tuesday night in Stoke though? In the League Cup.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the point. Is you've got to go again, haven't you? So if you could, and sometimes it's a bit brutal when you let United used to do it. They Fergie would let players go that you're like, what's he letting that person go for? There, but with a plan of trying to just say marginal gains, just get a little bit better in that position, a little bit better in that position, a little bit more cover here, a little more cover there, and that's how you stay at the top. And certainly from today's game, yes, it was a pre-season game still. King Queen versus Ace Jack at risk. Queen on the flop for Mike. This could be doing it for one true primo, and it's going to, and they're going to finish in 10th place. So we are one off the final table now.
Played.
Yeah, but yeah, it's City did look pretty out of sorts, didn't they? Whether they'll come rocking and rolling. That was Haaland's first pre-season game. Played 45
really?
minutes. Yeah.
Interesting.
First game back.
How did he look, Lee? I didn't see the game.
I'd just say that City were overrun in the first half.
Right,
It wasn't.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Arsenal looked absolutely up. But bear in mind, Arsenal have not played many games. City played 3 games out in Korea on a tour and have then come back. Arsenal haven't played that much either. Ace 10 versus Ace Deuce. It's the Ace Deuce at risk. 10 on the flop for Czech Foldine. I think it's going to do for Davy Rabbit. And that is going to be Davy Rabbit finishing in 9th, which means that is going to be our final table. Once this hand plays out and the hand on the other table, I'll see which one we're jumping to. And we have our final 8.
So, Lee, we have our final 8.
There we go. Oh, we have we don't. We have a final 7. So I think somebody must have bust on the other table. I think it might have been Run Poker Run. I think I can't see them here. Yeah, Run Poker Run's gone. So again, it might be the lobby's not updated on my other screen. But we are down to 7. So just to confirm, this 7 now have all locked up. Basically £200. Yeah, Run Poker Run finished in 8th. So nice. we are 7 left. Loaf of Bread is our chip leader, who is left hand side of your screen. Got 63 bigs. Good luck to everybody. Pretty much we're playing 5k 10k I think now, so so pretty much 650,000, so 65
Lee,
bigs.
As you started we started the stream with an update on the player of the series leaderboard. Obviously Danny, Gary, Ed have all declared. Danny currently leads. You said there was one Mr. Anonymous from a username point of view who remains in. If he wins the tourney, he would go above Danny. How many of the 7 players here could be Mr. Anonymous?
Potentially it could be Loaf of Bread. It could be, well, I don't think it's going to be Mike 262291 because the guy's called Christian, so let's assume not. So I think it could be Loaf of Bread, it could be Top and Tail, and it could be Has Been 17. They're the only 3 that I don't know.
So let's keep an eye on those 3. And if you're in the chat box, and if you happen to know any of those 3, or if it's you, just let us know, and we will take you off of the kind of target list.
Yeah, and to be honest, it could be that Christian is not playing at all, in which case it is all and say Danny is quite happily in the clubhouse. Well, I'll tell you what. So Danny he's in the clubhouse. He's got a beer probably in his left hand, because in his right hand he's got his mobile phone where he's currently playing the Bounty Hunter side event. So that's what he's doing at the moment. And and he is still in there at the moment of those remaining. So
he's living in a fantasy land, Lee. There is no doubt about
yeah.
that.
Absolutely, that is for sure. Yeah, so still got lots of changes on the FPL. If you want to join the APAT show FPL League, it's stuff's on the Facebook. Des might be able to pop it on the screen and give you the code as well if you want to. But it's free to enter. Poker raffles chuck a load of added value into it to our winner. Well, basically, we just send it to Mark Porter because he's too bloody good at this game, to be honest. IV9 A79 is the code. Pop that in. If you played last year, you should automatically be re-entered once you've got your team regged. If you want to, obviously, you can unreg from the league if you don't want to be in it this year. Entirely up to you. But why would you not want to be in it? 140 odd players are already regged with a week to go. So yeah, get involved if you want to. And you've got until the deadline on Friday night, because Arsenal open up the league on Friday night against Coventry, 8:00 kickoff. So that means the cutoff time is 6:30. I think it's night. I think it's an hour and a half before.
I think I'm going to miss it. I'm up in Wales this weekend, Lee.
Well, you're going to miss the game, or you're going to miss the cutoff?
I'm going to miss the game. We'll be travelling up on Friday night.
Are you going to miss much of a game, Arsenal versus Coventry, or is it just you always like to see you always want to see the opening game of the season?
First game, yeah. I've enjoyed many an opening game. Friday nights, Liverpool, mostly against Norwich. Oddly enough, over the last few years, the opening night is a good night. But Sean and I are off to see what's he called, the comedian Paul Smith.
Okay. Cool.
In the Wales on.
I do love opening weekend. You remember your opening weekends? I remember. I'm trying to think what year it was. It was the year we played Arsenal opening game of the season, and it was the year where Michael Knighton had tried to buy United and was doing keepy uppies
across the pitch or something.
He was doing keepy uppies on the pitch. And I think we beat Arsenal 3-1. But I'm trying to think what. Yeah, remember I was at my grandmother's house, and my cousins from London were up for the weekend, and but none of them were actually Arsenal fans, but I just assumed that they probably would be because they were from London. So from they're London, so why wouldn't they be Arsenal fans? But yeah, I'm trying to think I'll have to work out what year that was. It would have been, it's got to be late 80s, maybe 89, something like that, maybe 90, something like that. But I certainly remember the kit and the training tops that year. But yeah,
where were you based, Lee?
Where was I based?
Yeah, where
South Wales. South Wales, yeah.
South Wales. So there you were, as a youngster of what age? Tender age of?
Oh, I wouldn't have been. I'd have been maybe 12 or 13, something
12,
like that.
13, maybe. Already segregating Londoners from Mancunians. Yeah. Let's get it on, guys. Let's get it the hell on. As your new Batman was doing keepy uppies on the pitch.
That was very much segregating Welsh from English, I think, and that's more likely to be the thing. So
hold on, Manchester and London are both in England.
yeah. I'm just trying to work out when did I'm trying to think when Tris is in the chat. He'll know. When did Michael Knighton try to buy United? I need to get a rough date on that now.
I want to say late 80s.
Yeah, I think it was around.
Well, it might not even be too late. 84, maybe. 83.
There you go. First came to prominence in 1989 for his aborted 20 million bid 89. To buy Manchester United. See, I said I thought it was 88, 89, something like that. So yeah,
was a terrible year.
Yeah. He bought somewhere. Where did he buy? Carlisle.
Yeah, and
he ended up buying a club. But you know, so back in 1989, do you know how much he bid for Man United?
It was something terribly small.
What are you going to go for?
3 or 4 million, 5
No,
million.
20 million.
It was 20. It was ridiculously
20 million.
small.
Yeah.
And did it kind of transpire that he just didn't have any money?
I think he just didn't have the funds for it. Yeah.
What a shame. But at the same
time, could you imagine
move?
Could you imagine if he did? I mean, we were talking last night about the obviously the investment in Liverpool, and you think FSG bought that club for 300 million, and it's now worth 4.5 billion. Yeah. You think what the Glazers have done at United? They bought they bought Man United like a mortgage, like you buy a house.
Asset stripped it, Lee.
And it's they turned it from whatever the valuation was when they bought in for it, which wasn't much. Might have been 600 million, maybe a bit more than that, and now they won't sell it for less than 6 billion or whatever. I mean, I'm trying to think how much. So I'm trying to think how much Ineos paid for their percentage. I think that valued it about 5 billion or 5.5 billion or something like that. So the price of football clubs has gone right through the roof. Yeah, Trish says okay, 89. He's well, his first guess was 80. I said I thought it was 88 or 89, Trish. So I knew it was around there. So which would put me, at sort of 13 or 14, around that sort of time. But yeah, remember it, 1st August, beautiful summer's day in Newport in South Wales, and I think we must have played them at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Well, of course, there was only ever one game that wasn't at 3 o'clock on a Saturday back then, wasn't it? Everything was 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. And you pretty much listened to
the greatest show on TV.
Yeah, and you'd listen in on, we used to be, obviously it became Radio 5 Live, but before Radio 5 Live, it was on Radio 2 on a Saturday afternoon, the football. So
I remember, Lee, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but as a young lad, probably 7, 8, 9, 10, gathering, my dad would drive me to kind of a hill in town where a bunch of 20 or so, mad Liverpool fans would gather around a telegraph pole outside somebody's house. Somebody had a radio that he would hold up for an entire game against this pole, and you would hear BBC Radio 2's European coverage coming through, like Liverpool going to Finland for a crucial game in the second round of the European Cup, and it was like Jimmy Armfield and Rob Jones and people. Just
genuinely
incredible.
I think if you grew up kind of interacting with football matches on the radio, you have a different level of appreciation. Of course, now, most it's on the TV, so you visually see everything. But when you used to have to take the commentary and basically create that in your head as to what was going on, it was a much different. It was genuinely. I know we all say as we get older, they were the good old days, but I think it was a really good time to.
There was a world of difference in the commentary, of course, naturally on TV, and this is the way it's trained, right? It would have been the same back in the day. TV, they let the pictures do a lot of the work. On radio, of course, there are no pictures, therefore the commentator overlays just a ton of detail. And with those European nights, it was always incredibly rich. You had that famous music, which they still use on 5 Live, the Dele Hanch band from like the 1970s. Their steel kind of jazzy type sound, absolutely phenomenal. Used to love that. Can't get those days back.
No, and you'd also wait for the football results coming in on CFAX on the TV, and of course, back in the day, you had the transfer gossip page on CFAX as well, which is basically what is now the modern day version of that is Twitter, isn't it, or X? When Here We Go, and I saw a Here We Go tonight that Rodri is on his way to Barcelona, so that has been confirmed, and Barcola wasn't in the PSG squad.
And they have just lost to Lens 1-0.
So when you say CFAX to get your football results, waiting for the score to update, that was the internet back in the day, wasn't it? Again, you try and explain that to kids these days, Des, and they're like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?"
That's right. To get the start of the game, you had to start your dial-up session about 12 minutes early.
Yeah.
Beep 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 beep.
Yeah. Evening to you, Lewis. Hi, Lewis Young in the chat. Always drops in and says hello. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And we are watching the final table of the WCOAP online main event for 2026. We're down to the final 7. 3 of these are going to pick up medals. 1 is going to pick up a bracelet. That is for sure. And already, though, they've all locked up now £200.
It's a great payday, Lee.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's going to be 1,760 up top for the winner, which will be quite nice.
Small, reasonable field.
Yeah. And I appreciate some of the players might have had a couple of bullets, or maybe a couple more than a couple. But we only ever say we've had a couple, don't we? We don't ever go any further than that. That's fine. No, exactly. So we'll but yeah, it's nice fun, and obviously Sky put the guarantee on at 5,000. We've smashed that this month. Nearly up to 6K, £5,904 in the end.
Lee, Trish is saying he at different times used to track the games on teletext, Lee, He said, when the page refreshed, you knew a goal was scored. Oh, hold on, there's been a refresh, everybody. Which of the 92 games has resulted in a goal? Mike Errington is out there as well. He says, gutted not to make another final table. Run, poker, run.
Mike is Run Poker Run. Excellent stuff. We're finished. So Mike finished in 8th, picked up £150. I mean, technically, you did make the final table. It's just, I think you just bust just after a player on the other table. So yeah, you got the pay jump anyway, but didn't get a chance to actually take your seat. But very well done, Mike, and thanks very much for playing and supporting the event. And yeah, your time will come for a medal and whatnot. But I've got you on my list now. We'll keep an eye out for you, Mike, because I know that I've seen you play plenty of APAT events this year. So appreciate you supporting the events, and good luck in the next one you play. Because before we know it, we'll be our next online weekend is going to be in September. After, first of all, we've done live events in Birmingham and Edinburgh, and I think then it's next one after that. So yeah,
Richard Baker joins us on YouTube. Good evening, Rich. Do you remember his great win at DTD, Lee?
Yes.
Was that the UK individual? It was a good final table, and I remember we had it kind of out in the center of the bottom layer at TTD.
Yeah, that's all. It's kind of, the layout's all changed there now. I quite liked it when the kind of the feature table was down the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, now they kind of chuck it up in the top because they've got all that set up in the corner. But actually, I think it was much nicer when it was properly in the middle of the room, and there could be everyone was around keeping an eye on it. It was quite nice. That's where they had the setup for the Sky event that I played. It's much nicer. Yeah, it's nicer. So it's been a couple of weeks since I dropped that into conversation. So I thought
I thought I'd done last night. No,
at least I don't think I mentioned it last night. No, I'm on commission. I'm on commission for keeping mentioning them anyway. So yeah.
Keep it. Hey, you're an ambassador, right? You're an ambassador.
Yeah.
Mike says that. Yes, I did see that. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Awesome
Mike.
stuff. Yeah, great stuff indeed. Right then, speaking of Mike's, Mike 26, 29, 91, Sky is all in for his 17 bigs, but gets that one through. He's in a nice spot, really, because has been 17 to his left and Checkfold Dean one more to his left, and they've got 10 bigs and 12 bigs, respectively. So Mike has got both covered. They are the only two players on the table he does have covered. But hey, what a nice spot to be in.
Good spot.
Yeah, certainly as table draws go. Things have leveled out a little bit. So Top and Tail still our chip leader here with 56 bigs. Then it's Loaf of Bread with 46. And then it is Ship 593. That's Kai, who's got about 33 bigs, playing this hand out at the moment against Top and Tail on the Ace Queen 3 board with 2 spades and little bet from Top and Tail. Kai makes the call, so going to be the 5 of diamonds on the river, bring up the second diamond. Check again from Kai, as does Top and Tail. Let's see whether either of them's going to have a pop of this. 9.2 bigs in the middle. Well worth winning. 3.4 is the bet from Kai. Ship 593. Top and Tail gets out the way, so Kai scoops up those chips, and on they go.
Lee, Sean called me upstairs earlier on. She was doing a bit of clearing out. She held up like 2 Wi-Fi extenders, and she said, "I want to get rid of these. Do we need these?" I said, "I don't think we need them, but I'm not sure you want to get rid of them. I mean, those are important items. You never know when."
What if we need to extend the Wi-Fi?
Exactly.
I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, crikey, yeah, you don't want to risk that. I mean, I'm assuming what you do with these things is you have different stages of getting rid of them. So you first of all move. You move them out. Yeah. All right. So we move. We're already so far down the road of where
we're in the late stage box. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So
okay.
I eventually kind of went, whatever you think. So they went into what can only be described as a plastic bag. Right, we moved out of late stage box. We're in a
charity box. Gone to a charity box.
Plastic bag, Lee. I know it's not going to be left for much longer. And then she held up 2 very, very, very long HDMI cables. I said, "Those are good."
Never get rid of HDMI cables. No.
Those. They're very long. Those are invaluable.
What's wrong with her? Honestly,
we don't have a DVD player. We don't have any of that. I said, "Yeah, but I was thinking about a DVD player. Actually, that's a really good idea." No, she said, "Look, she said they're all wrapped up. There's dust on them. These have not been used for a long time. Okay, so they went in the bag. And then Leigh, she held up this.
What?
She said, do we need this? And I said, I was just talking to Leigh about that a few weeks back. Where did you find that?
That's very out of date, that is.
That, my friend, is from 2006. TK, Rich Prue, and myself each had one for the first 2 APAT events, at which point we put the formal part of APAT behind us. And we became
I'll tell you what,
our community.
These deep fakes these days, honestly,
look at that.
Thing is, that'll open doors, Des. That's what you got to remember. That will open doors for you. That's for sure.
Too right.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I'll have that.
Do you want the office back? Then you're very welcome to it.
Do I want the office back? So I gave her one of these in return. I said, here, you can put that in the plastic bag.
Yeah, that seems fair. I'm assuming like charity shops and stuff don't take electrical items or wirings and stuff like that. So I'm presuming you just have to chuck them through the recycling or whatever. So
I only offer my clothes.
Yeah, I must admit, I do have a box or two of wires and cables and bits and pieces, and every once in a while I do kind of have a little sift through and go, all right, that probably is now well past any chance of me using it. But you for anyone that ever sees us at APAT events, we do tend to come stocked up with all potential cabling for any requirement that might actually materialize.
Bit of everything.
The reality of it is that probably 75% of it never gets used across the weekend, but we've always got it there that if in the unforeseen situation arises, we've got potentially a cable that can get us out of a spot when we need to, and we normally never not managed it. We've done the odd occasional order from Amazon for next day delivery, haven't we? We've done the odd ones of those along the years as well.
Absolutely. So Rich comes back to us. He says it was UK 2023 for that TTD event that he won, but he also goes on to say, I've got a telex machine. What? And a microfiche reader for sale. Leigh, a telex machine? I think we need one of those. We need a telex machine.
Wow, that's quite impressive.
Telex machine. Be like having a CB. Imagine having a CB radio now. Breaker 19 for a copy. Anyone out there?
Have you still got a CD player in your house?
I don't think so.
We don't have a. No, well, I've still got a CD player. I've still got a CD player with a mini disc player and like a Sony hi-fi, but it's boxed away. But we don't have a DVD player. I haven't had a DVD player or a Blu-ray player for maybe 10 years, maybe something like that. I don't think we've seen it because everyone. I mean, you stream music these days. You stream all of your kind of TV and movie content. But yeah, I kind of miss not having a record player still. I haven't had a record player for a long, long time anyway. But
record players have come back to a degree within a niche audience, of course. But there's some good selections out there, but they're very high returns on record players. So you need to be kind of careful around that. But lots of artists producing records. So.
But we're human beings. We gather things, don't we? That's what we do. And you put it away. I mean, when we first moved into this house, the loft area was beautifully clean, all boarded out, and it was absolutely immaculate. And we looked at it and went, look at that. That's really great. And within about 2 years, we'd pretty much filled it with stuff that's just been up there ever since. And that's what happens. Yeah, there is one or two APAT shirts up there. That's for sure. I think I said to you the other week, I found my first ever APAT team event shirts from Blackpool, might have been. I think maybe, yeah. So
it's very good.
But I'm sure plenty of people. I'd love to. Who's got? Because obviously people have got team shirts and international shirts and just merch that they bought. I mean, I'd love to know who's got the most APAT shirts lying around somewhere.
I told you I got rid of a ton in my last house move. Kind of had to. But I part of me wanted to hold on to them, but it's different with clothes. They're just kind of bulky. I haven't got as many now, but still have quite a few.
And to be honest, the APAT cotton polos, to be honest, if you've still got one from 20 years ago, I'd imagine it is looking pretty rough and ready by now with most of those things. Poker merch, poker players love a bit of free merch, but ultimately it's never always the best best quality gear. It's great for a little while, but it is
Lisa's
consumable.
out there,
I'd nearly say consumable fashion, but I'm not quite sure whether we can even call it fashion, to be honest, Des. But it's
I wouldn't associate that
yeah.
word with anything.
No.
I touch. Lisa is out there. She says, my 17-year-old niece has a record player.
Oh, amazing.
Which is great, right? Appreciate proper, music if it's coming from a vinyl. It's richer. She said, I even went to National Record Day and was queuing outside at 5 a.m. Wowzers.
Yeah,
Some
well,
limited edition releases on National
nice.
Record Day.
When Jen's mum and dad moved house, they were having a bit of a clear out and a bit of a kind of tidy up. And there was a couple of things that they had a dad's kind of record collection he hadn't listened to for ages. They were like, well, I think we're going to get rid of this. And I couldn't bring myself. Well, yeah, we'll take those. So they've been up in the loft on basis just that maybe in another 5-10 years or whatever, and he's a little bit older and wants to reminisce and listen to those. They're still about. I couldn't bear to get rid of them. And the other one was they had an old grandfather clock that wasn't working anymore, but been sat in the house for a long time. And again, it was we just need to get rid of this. And I couldn't bear to part with it, so I said, we'll just, so it's been sat in the corner of one of our rooms here ever since, just because I just couldn't, say lovely old bit of furniture. Just it needs somebody to come in and just give it a proper, but it'll still go again. Just needs somebody that knows what they're doing, because I had a little look at it and went, I could probably YouTube this, but it just probably needs someone to come in to do a proper kind of rework on it, and it'll be fine. But it's important. I think you can. It's easy to chuck away bits and pieces and do whatever, and with these things, and sometimes it's. I regret. I used to write a poker blog for a little while, and I don't know. I went through a phase where I'm not doing that anymore, and I just ended up getting rid of the pages off the website and all this kind of thing. And I do think now, I wrote some good stuff at the time there. Why didn't I keep any of that? So sometimes you've got to just
I tell you who did write a poker blog that was quite extraordinary for the amount of effort and creativity that went into it, and he died, I want to say 10 maybe longer years ago, was Rich Stevenson.
The
blog, and it's still out there. Oh, hello.
No, Dave Garland gets away with it because it was aces and queens on the board. So, to be honest, the 6 on the river for Mike made no difference because Dave's king plays. So he was the short stack at this final table. He's now doubled up and is no longer the short stack. And the players on a break because we're 5 to the hour.
So Rich's blog is still out there. So his family have obviously kept it going. There's a lot of magic on there, including a final post, which is, if you're reading this, I have passed
his final post is pretty extraordinary.
There's a video and kind of a thank you to lots of people and stuff, including APAT, and very, very sad.
I'd love to hope if I was ever in his situation when that time is coming, and you decide, I've got the strength to want to put something like that out and just end it, or end it the way he lived a lot of his life, wasn't it? So
Yes, sir. So in that respect, it's nice to retain some of that old content. And I must admit, I've thought more than once, goodness knows if ever I popped my clogs, which I'm sure at some point I will, there's like hundreds of videos out there that anyone could tune into at any point in my family, who would kind of just want a quick, catch up with dad or whatever. There might not be interesting videos, but
we live in a world now, don't we, where content is never gets removed. I was chatting to Jen the other day and saying we really should sit down and just try and work out everywhere we went on holiday. Just list out everyone we went on holiday and who we went with and when we went, because as you get older, you start forgetting these things and trying to work out. And of course, it's great if it's in more recent times where everything's on a photo stream, so pretty much it's time stamped and date stamped, and you can easily remember it. But we were trying to go, we used to do ski trips back in our early 20s, and it was like, well, who do we go with on that one and that one? We were trying to piece it together. So we should just spend an afternoon one afternoon, just map it all out, so you've always got it there to be able to go, okay, I can remember that, because whether we like it or not, the older we get, the harder it is to remember some of these things, and it's nice to do it. But say, of course, now everything's digital. It's there's a record of everything that anybody's ever done, and some stuff you might not want people to know about, but it's all out there because you can't do anything in public anymore without it. Well, you can't do anything in public without it being recorded. I mean, you think about the amount of nonsense we've talked about in the last 6 years or whatever of doing the APAT show.
True.
Yes, absolutely. But it's all there, and it's all.
I don't
all
think
available.
So you have to be responsible when you do put stuff out. I don't think there's anything that we would have said in the last 6 years that we wouldn't, have truly believed in, or wouldn't necessarily say again or stand by. It's the people who are spouting nonsense that is truly nonsense that I'd be a little more concerned for.
Yeah, no, I would tend to agree. Minute and a half back for the players to come back from the break. So let's just quick rundown of who we've got left then on this final table. Top of tail is our chip leader with 59 bigs. Loaf of Bread is second with 47 bigs. Mike 26, 22, 91 has got 27 bigs. Then it's Dave Garden, no cash with 25 bigs. Has been 17, top of the table with 18 bigs. Ship 593, which is Kai, has got 15 bigs, and then Check Fold Dean is currently the short stack, but still got 14 bigs. It's not really that much of a short stack at the moment. Over on the Bounty Hunter, Boise 57 is chip leader there. Broken Toy is still in there. Aaron Aardvark is there as well. Telstar One Sky, Mr. Fantasyland is in the clubhouse, but still in that one. So Forking Hells there as well. Jammy Jimmy's there. Full Dozer as well. Table Cretin. I mean, there's still quite a few still in it because obviously Nova. Checkfold Dean is still in there as well. Bing Sky as well. Top and Tail is in that one as well, by the looks of it. But let's say it might be the lobby needs a refresh on that, quite possibly. But it's paying 6 places plus a load of bounties. It's had 11 re-entries. It's weirdly the entries has gone up to 34 now. So I wonder whether some people have now managed to get in. Yeah. But it's still showing on my screen as gathering and due to start within 1 minute. But it's very much running. That is for sure. Right, players have all returned to the table after their comfort break, and obviously it's no beer because it's a Sunday night, and it's things to do on a Monday morning and all that. It's going to be a bit cooler this week, Des, I think. By the sounds of it.
It was beautiful today. Much improved.
Yeah, it's hopefully a little bit, and there's even talk of a little bit of rain heading our way this week as well, which in the New Forest at the moment they would quite like that. It would certainly help the situation quite a lot.
But what will we text the country about, Lee, if it starts raining, eh? Danny Strange is out there, Lee.
Danny Strange, you say?
Yeah, and he's basically asking, is Gary, Eggy, Ed, and Christian all accounted for now?
Oh, why does he want to know that? Why does he want to know that? Yeah, 3 of them are definitely still in. No, we can confirm that Gary is definitely out. Eggy can't play in the UK, so he's definitely out the equation. Ed is definitely out the equation, but Christian is the one we don't know on. He could still be in this final table. We genuinely don't know. I know.
Possible.
Yeah, I know he's not. No cash, ship, or check fold Dean, but there is potential that he could be one of the other 4. I would be surprised, but we will have to get that confirmed. So at the moment, then there's a possibility that that it might be. But of course, if you just cheer on Kai,
and can't be dealing with raining Kai for the win.
Basically you need Kai to win this. Danny, is what you need. That's what you need to happen if you want player of the series. You're going to need Kai to win this. So you'll have to cheer him on as much as it might pain you to do so. You've got no option really. That's unfortunately. That's what you're going to need to do. Of course, Danny referring to the player of the series for the WCOAP the winner gets an invite to the Vegas 27 final in November, which Danny's already told me if he wins it, it's going to cause him a great deal of problems at home because it clashes with a family event.
An event already scheduled?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's an event that gets scheduled every year.
Oh, no, even worse.
So yeah. And
it's just going to have to move, Lee.
Yeah, well, you say that, but children don't forget this kind of thing, Des. Yeah, they really don't. Do you remember my whatever birthday when Daddy disappeared and went to Manchester? Yeah, and then it got worse because something happened in Manchester, and then he was off to Vegas the next summer. I mean, we didn't see him for weeks. Yeah, I mean, that's how these things play out.
All you need to do is to take out a roll of cash, Lee. Take out a roll of cash and just thread it through that child's fingers. You'll be okay.
Yeah, well, now say fingers crossed for you, Danny, that you are going to be player of the series, and you will be heading to Manchester in November to get. I mean, it's a tough field to get through. I'll tell you what, the Checkfield Dean is all in with a King 3 against no cash. It's A7. It's Dean at risk, and we're going to lose Dean in 7th place. Are we? Or we're not? Did I miss something? No, he hit the 3. Completely oblivious to the 3 on the flop. My apologies. He doubles up. And Dave Garden is now the short stack. But yes, it's a tough field, that Manchester field, already with who's qualified. It's not going to be easy. Whoever walks away with that package on that Friday night will be well deserving of it. Dave Garden is in with the ace-9, this time against King Jack. And he's ahead, but he's flopped the 9 anyway. And that's going to be a double up for Dave through Kai. Kai is now the short stack. It's as if they're all trying to bust now because they don't want Danny to, they don't want to finish first, which might help Danny. That also feels like it's going on here. But to be honest, they all will be quite keen on the bracelet and the gold medal and the £1,760 up to. And of course, winner of this also gets a Vegas 27 invite as well to the live final. So well worth winning this one tonight with 7 left. Kai is all in for his remaining 3 and a bit bigs. Been called by top and tail out of the small blind. Loaf of bread gets out the way. King 4 versus 10s. King 4 at risk. And that is going to do for Kai. He's going to finish in 7th place, picking up £200. Very well done to you, Kai. Decent run. And we're down to 6 then. Locked up prize now is 264.
Well, Danny seems happy despite the obvious slight concern that he should have that Dave has in fact knocked Kai out.
I genuinely would absolutely. It'd be hilarious if one of these remaining players is Christian.
And why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't he be in
here? I'm assuming it's not Mike. So I think it's potentially will be one of 3. It's either top and tail, loaf of bread, or has been 17. And nobody is in the chat saying I'm top and tail, I'm loaf of bread, or I'm has been 17. So we will have to get this. If it's one of them that wins it, we'll have to get this confirmed by Sky Poker in the morning as to the final result. Won't be able to call it for definite. It'll be like a 24-hour VAR check, Des. Will be going on. That's what will be happening. That's for sure. Boise's still chip leader in the Bounty Hunter, and the Sunday Major has managed to get to 40 entries now. But
sounds painful.
Somebody is going to be is going to have a bit of expense claim in the morning for these overlays tonight. Unfortunately. Of course, Danny's in a good mood anyway. First bit of trophy for Arsenal.
You wouldn't call that a trophy, Lee, would you?
I think a few of the guys were there. I think Mike Skip went, and I think Nick Cross was going as well. Nick Crossfield, I think. So I think obviously Lisa was in the chat. I don't know unless Lisa was in the chat on their way back from Cardiff, quite possibly. I don't know whether Lisa went as well, but for all I know, Danny's gone as well, and he's literally on his phone on the way back down the M4.
He wouldn't still be. Would he still be? 10 o'clock? What time was the game
I
played?
don't know.
3
When it's a game day in Cardiff, it takes a while to get out of Cardiff. You don't get out of Cardiff anytime soon. So potentially, yeah. If when there's a game on at the Principality or there's any event on the Principality, getting out of Cardiff again is not easy.
The game
if
wasn't
you
in Cardiff, was it?
Yeah.
Huh? Really? It was played at...
Yeah, because Wembley had done some ridiculous booking for the weekend.
What? Really?
So they didn't have the weekend was doing something like 5 nights or 6 nights at Wembley or something silly like that. So yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that week, Lee, when it was Springsteen?
Yeah.
European Cup final.
Yeah, a crazy time at Wembley. Yeah, absolutely crazy. But yeah, for some reason, it was the community. I don't mind that actually, to be honest. I think the Community Shield should be moved around to. There's enough decent stadiums now around the country that why not just see who the two teams because you've got plenty of time to know. You've got months and months to prepare for it. So see where the two teams are and pick somewhere that's central for both fans for the start of the season. That's what I would do. There's plenty of sort of 40, 50,000 stadiums there. So yeah.
Danny says, what are you on about, Des Duffy? 2 best teams in the country. I'm sure Odegaard lifted a trophy earlier. He did indeed. I think they were the 2 best teams in the country. I think Arsenal continue to be in the top 2 best teams in the country. Probably the best.
Odegaard took his goal. Did you see Odegaard's goal?
Yeah. Great finish.
Oh, just as cool as anything.
I think it'll be really interesting to see how City do in the first 3, 4, 5 games. I mean, I'd be surprised if they didn't, continue on like a train. But new manager, some changes in.
I'll tell you what, though, if they don't start very well, Maresca is going to be under pressure straight away because he didn't really put in a performance at Chelsea, and you'll very quickly see people going, well, what's he doing there? And of course, it's not easy to follow. To follow Pep in the same way it wasn't easy to follow Ferguson, it wasn't easy to follow Wenger, it wasn't easy to follow Klopp.
Yeah.
You find it any manager that's followed any of the real big guns in the management terms in the last couple of decades has properly struggled to make it work.
Yeah, indeed. I think Rodri moving out, a bit of a loss. He had a good World Cup. Be really kind of interesting to see how it goes for City and Arsenal. I think it'll be really interesting to see whether the refs and B the other teams give them the same sort of latitude at corners and stuff.
Well, the rules have changed, haven't they? So I saw a bit of that in the game today where they were already trying to come in. But hey, the Ace King versus Deuce 10. It's the Ace King at risk, but 10 on the flop for top and tail. And we're going to lose Has Been in 6th place, and we're down to 5. And top and tail adds to their chip lead. They've now got nearly 3 times the next chip stack. In fact, they've probably now got they've got over half the chips in play with 5 players left. And the short stack here is Mike 26, 22, 91, who's got his chips in the middle. Jacks come up against King 5 of top and tail, needs to avoid a king, but can now get there with a heart. Not to be. And we are very quickly from 6 down to 4. Mike 26, 22, 91 Sky busts in 5th place, picking up £355. Remaining 4 players have now locked up 492. Czech Foldini is all in. King 10 versus Ace 8 of no cash. It's the King 10 at risk. And we're going to lose 3 on the trot.
Wow.
And we've lost 3 players. We've got our medalists. Bang, bang, bang. As simple as that. Czech Foldini finishes in 4th place, picking up £492. But we have our 3 medalists. It's Dave Garden, no cash. It's Loaf of Bread, and it's Top and Tail. We don't know who Top and Tail and Loaf of Bread are, but Top and Tail has got well over half the chips in play, 3-handed. So locked up now, £720, and more importantly, an APAT medal. Just the question is, what colour do you want, folks? That's where we're going for. So we've got 2 of the players that we said potentially might
Exciting.
Might be our missing player, Christian Carl. Well, not missing player, but unknown player, Christian Carl, if he's even playing this tonight.
But we can just say it was one of them, Leigh, right? We just say it, Leigh. I mean, what?
Yeah.
We could split the seat between us, right?
Danny will be putting in what's one of those data
He will be
requests. Yeah.
But I don't think I don't think he's going to be able to get another customer's data.
He's going to have to take our word on it. We will check this out on as I say in the morning if we need to. But as I say, we are down to just the 3, and stack wise, Top and Tail's got 93 bigs. The other two have got about 26, 30. This is nice spot here for Top and Tail. So Top and Tail is playing the bounty, or was playing the bounty earlier on as well. So very much been playing with APAT over the weekend, and did come into this interestingly. So the two chip leaders going into this day 2, Loaf of Bread was first, and Top and Tail was second, and both are in the final 3. Not easy. 42 players to get through on a day 2.
No, sir.
But they've done it. Of course, Dave Garden though will be looking to do a live and online
double
WCOAP main event double, having won the won in the live event. We'll just say a number of years ago. We'll leave. I was to say we'll leave it at that. It's a number. He was very young when he won it. Barely old enough to get into the casino, I think, as we'll go with.
Oh, Leigh. Okay. Forget all of that.
Forget all of what? I wasn't even here. Are you watching the athletics?
No. I'm just looking at the bounty hunter.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, it's tricky to kind of work out quite what's going on with it. Yeah.
We're not going there after this. I don't think we can go there.
No, we're very. No, we can't go there after this because I can't get into the tables. I can see the lobby, but it won't let me into it won't let me into the tables. So I can do no more than. It's tough to even work out even how many are even left in it. Yeah. So hard to say.
Lou Young has said, really looking forward to the fantasy football league.
Cool.
Yeah, all good.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, free to enter. Details are on the Facebook group, or say the code is on the screen now. IV9A79. And we will dump in a load of site credit with poker raffles for our winners. So free to enter. If you're running a team anyway, then just join it. No bother whatsoever. Mark Porter took down the win last year, and we ended up paying, I think, top 5 as we lose. Top and Tail wins that one. Oof. With the 9 on the river to make the straight with King 10, and we are heads up. So congratulations to Loaf of Bread, who picks up £720 and the bronze medal. We are heads up. It is a 6-1 chip lead for Top and Tail. Let's see whether No Cash can make this a bit of an entertaining heads up. And say 1 double up and gets back in the game. 2 double ups, and well, we've really got a heads up to enjoy. Let's see how this pans out. They've locked up now.
Here we go.
Oh, is it all in and done? Ace 6 versus King 9. Well, we're not even going to get to do anything. I'm just saying maybe we'll have a heads up to watch. First hand of the heads up. First hand of the heads up, and on the 3-6-10-3 board, and Dave Garden goes for it with the King 9, and Top and Tail had Ace 6, so had flopped a pair of 6s, and that's good enough for them. So No Cash. Dave Garden picks up £1,175 plus the silver medal. Superb performance from you, Dave. Very, very well done indeed. And our winner is Top and Tail. So was second in chips going into this day 2 and has taken it down. Picked up £1,760 plus the APAT gold medal plus the WCOAP 2026 online main event bracelet, and of course the invite to the Vegas 27 live final in November. We'll get in contact with Sky to get all your details, top and tail. If you happen to be in the chat and want to drop me a message, though, you are very welcome to do so. But anyone that comes in telling me they're top and tail, I will be checking. So don't try any of that shenanigans claiming I'm top and tail. Yeah. If it's not you, I will find out. I'm not just shipping you a load of bling in the post in the morning first thing, so we will find out. But congratulations to you, and thanks to everybody that played across this weekend. Congratulations to all those that picked up medals in the PLO 8 and the PLO. Special congratulations to Carl that did back-to-back bronze medals across the Friday and the Saturday, and then everybody that played the main event, which meant we absolutely smashed that guarantee. And say good luck to those remaining in the bounty hunter. We would go and follow the bounty hunter, but because of the glitch on the software, I can't open any tables. So we could go for full teletext update in Des, where I can tell you Boise 57 is currently in the lead. And we'll have to make up. Boise 57 has just won another 3,000 chips. It was Ace King versus Pocket Nines, and they got there. It's not going to work, is it? So it's just not going to work.
Leigh, such an incredible finish to the weekend and the WCOAP. As Kai says, well played, Christian. Unlucky Danny. Trish says, waiting for Christian's Facebook post in the morning. It would be hilarious.
It genuinely would be the greatest slow roll of all time if that is the case. Genuinely, there was a little bit. I say, really pleased for you, Danny, if it is you. But there is a little bit of me that thinks it would be the most hilarious thing if actually, we did find out in the morning that our winner tonight was in fact Christian Cardwell, who was 14 points behind you, is actually top and tail, and would overtake you by a point. It would be quite funny, but I say I'm fairly confident that won't be the case. But you never know. We'll have to say we can't confirm it till we check it out. So we'll see what the situation is. I think whether Danny's still playing in the Bounty Hunter or not. Anyway, he's still in the Bounty Hunter at the moment as well. So. Still playing in that. So I guess, Des, that's going to be us wrapping up the WCOAP online for 2026. Been a good weekend.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend. And in fairness to Danny, fair play to Christian, he says, if it's him, deserves it. Of course, more points.
Yeah, absolutely.
So fair play to Danny for saying that. A long shot. I would have thought, but
I'd be very surprised. I would be very surprised because I can't believe he wouldn't be in the whoever top and tail is, if they were going for player of the season, I would imagine they'd be in the chat. So I can't believe for 1 second they'd be going, yes, I've done it, and yeah. So it is the slimmest of chances that is the case. I'm pretty sure it will be Danny that will be heading to Manchester, and of course. If it isn't, hey, you've still got a whole bunch of opportunities to get to the Vegas 27 live final, because we have still got a stack of events. So next up, live for us, we've got Birmingham, Edinburgh, Portsmouth. Then we're over in Ash again for the German Championships. Then we're back in the UK with Blackpool and London for the British Championship of Amateur Poker. Then we head back to Malta for our second trip to Malta this year, and then we end up in Reading, which I think the week before Poker Squads, and of course the Vegas 27 live final is on the Friday night of Poker Squads at Manchester 235 Casino. If you've enjoyed online, well, we've still got 3 more chances for you to pick up an invite via the online main events, September, October, and November online events with Sky Poker. So, and you never know, the November one may be on the Style software, depending on how the migrations have gone in the next couple of months. But as soon as we know more about that, we will let you know what the situation is. But to say, still loads of chances to get through. And of course, failing all of that, if you're rubbish at poker and just can't get through a Poker Raffles have got a free draw for the last seat into the 27. That's been running all year. It's 1 ticket per person. It's free to grab your seat. So go on to pokerraffles.com, look for the free seat, pick a number, and take your chances. And poker raffles will also be giving £200 worth of expenses to whoever wins that, so they can get to Manchester and have a night's hotel as well on the Friday night. So that they're probably done. It's going to be good that Friday night. We've just got to work out exactly what structure we're going to do and start times. It's going to probably be about 7 o'clock start, and I'd imagine the game's going to have sort of sort of 6 or 7 hours play. I think that's the idea with it.
A roulette tournament, Lee.
We'll
turn them over.
Yeah, just play blackjack or something for the winner. No,
fantastic.
It will be. It's going to be super good. It's saying already the players that are through to that list. Some obviously players that have won main events this year, but well-known APATers and say we'll be adding more to this. And I've got a feeling Danny's name is going to get added to that. But actually, either way, because of course if it's top and tail. Is Christian, then he would win 2 invites, obviously, and so then we would have a spare invite again. So so because obviously he would win it for winning the main event and for winning Player of the Series. So which is the reason why we did Player of the Series this time round, because Dean Pearson has already won 2, and it is 1 invite per person. So and we want to keep to 27 getting there. So. Yeah, so potentially that will create an option. So we will see how it pans out.
Right, cool. Folks, we will leave it there. Thank you for joining us, for playing, for watching, commenting along. Hopefully, we'll see some of you for poker raffles tomorrow night, as Lee said. A couple of really great draws to get through there.
DTD Summer Cup and APAT Players' Choice, and we're pretty much halfway sold out on both of those. They will go tomorrow the minute the lunchtime draw day mailer goes out. So if you want in for either of those, I'd do it tonight or first thing in the morning, because I say come late tomorrow afternoon, they'll be gone for Monday night. Yeah,
they will be gone. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. If not, folks, have a wonderful week. Lee and I will be back next Sunday evening, 9:30. To do it all again. So have a great week until then. Good luck, everybody.